Okay, we are recording.
Okay. Uh, Hello there. I'm John Schull. You're looking at Jonathan Hugavine, and you are soon to listen to Sarah Gelbard. This is our, check me on this, 30-minute town hall meeting prior to a 1 hour education meeting uh, at a different Zoom location, but on the same day and with a slightly revised cast of characters. The town hall meeting, typically, we see what's happening in the hub and we talk about what we need to do to keep the good ship e-NABLE upright and moving in the right direction. Sarah, what do we got?
Um, okay, so we have um here, I'm just gonna drop some hub posts in the comments.
Cool.
Um, Hold on. Um,
Okay. Madison announces an event. I guess I should share my screen. So I am doing that. Hartford Ski Spectacular at the Adaptive Winter Sports Festival for individuals with disabilities by Move United and the Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center in December. That looks great. Just a general announcement. Move United is half ringing a bell. Does anyone know anything about them?
Yeah, I think we have an email chain with them. They have some sort of partnership that Madison worked up.
Great.
So our volunteer base will get free access to their premium, whatever it is.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
and then they promoted our platform on theirs as well.
Nice. Great. Okay. Be there or be square. I don't think I have anything to add to that, so I'm going to go back to the chat and look at our second item. Eric Bubar. Uh, Eric says, anyone on the hub part of an engineering program or firm with access to heavy duty testing rigs that can perform ISO standardized testing, working with folks at a med school in Texas, creating a prosthetic leg. They're making progress. They want someone that can help with more rigorous engineering grade testing. Boy, when I was at RIT, there were people who knew how to do that kind of thing. Um, Now, Eric is now working at, I think, Johns Hopkins, and I'm delighted to hear that he's still doing this kind of work. And I am trying to figure out who might still be good for that. I'm not coming up with anyone right now. There is someone at RIT who still teaches an enable-ish prosthetics class who may have allies in the engineering program there. And as soon as I remember her name, and Sarah, you can ask me about it in a few days if I don't come up with it, I will suggest her as a possible solution. That's all I got. Anyone else?
okay.
Okay,
Um, there's another post from Eric and another post from Madison, and those are in the chat, and then
got it.
that's it.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Eric. Eric is in the game here. Looks like an interesting project. Amazing hand. I'm always good for an amazing hand. Let's take a look at it. Oh, right. I saw this briefly, but not. Okay, then. Triple three fingers. It's actually a bright idea because there's not much that needs four full fingers, and it gives you a lot more room for the mechanics. Um, well, interesting. It looks pretty robust too. And it has mechanical linkages, which is something we have often thought would be a good idea. And here is a hand tracking demo. Always interested in that. Nice, very little lag. Very cool. Interestingly, that guy has four fingers. The hand has one finger, as that guy has five fingers, including the thumb. The mechanical hand is missing a finger. It seems to know what to do anyway. Open source, well documented. Hack it, fork it, make it yours. Who are these people? Clem. Who's Clem? A young man who's at Hugging Face, which is a
So
leading. Yes,
I'm a little familiar with Hugging Face. Yeah, they do like AI, a lot in the like industrial robots
right.
and machine learning. Yeah.
They do this kind of thing. Okay, so Clem is a heavyweight, and he's done a great job. I would recommend this to Vivek, Sarah, for a Bionics meeting, and have Clem visit us and make sure I'm there
Okay.
too. Great.
Okay, great.
That is great. And back to Madison. A new workshop best practices guide. They did a build case and they created a guide. And look at this. And where do you go? It's in Google. It's very pretty. Well, this is something we could have had a long time ago. This is nice. It's really good. Wrap up. Okay, so these are hand building workshops. And there's the e-NABLE DC volunteers and STEM group, a handsome group of folks. And let's just do, they have a slide deck. Well, Madison is coming into her own. I really appreciate this. Workshop. What is e-NABLE? That's what e-NABLE is. I wonder why this doesn't play. Okay. We've got a map. Look at the timeline. My God, 2011. This is where I came in, 2013. Oh, yeah, that's 12 years ago. Nice, Madison. Wrist powered, elbow powered. Look at the wrist powered. The Osprey, that's an interesting one to feature. Very robust. Elbow powered, unlimited arm. Guess that's still our best elbow powered, isn't it? Or am I forgetting something? I think it probably is. And then a little bit of superhero inspiration. Uh, Appropriate indications that it's not all about prosthetics. And then meet the engineers. There is Madison and Michael, who I don't know, but he's a patent examiner. Isn't that interesting? And then you've got the building session. And look, no, oh yeah, we do have video. Okay, how cool is that? We continue. Wow. Nice. Okay. Tested, validated, documented, shared. Thank you. Extra slides. Oh, fantastic. I think this is our new definitive guide to how to do this. It's not just for hand building exercise. It's for anyone who wants to organize an event of this sort or assemble a Phoenix hand. I'm very impressed. Now I'm going to try to go back with my video. Okay, so that's in a Google Doc. That's not a bad place for it. And then we have updated Phoenix hand. I guess that's no, it's not what we looked at. And I think that was incorporated in what we just looked at. Okay, fantastic. Well, I think that we should, first of all, let me just add a comment here. This is a fantastic package and should be made visible everywhere. We advance the Phoenix hand or a model of exemplary, user-tested, shared documentation and mutual support. Bravo, e-NABLE, DC. Okay. So, Jonathan and Sarah, I urge you to keep track of this. Do what you can to promote it. And as I say, it's easy for people to get way lost diving deep into all of the files we've collected over the year. It would be great if this was the first thing they found as they were thinking about how to build a Phoenix hand or even how to start a chapter, because this would be a great chapter bonding and orientation guide.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I can add those links to the wiki and resource pages at the
Dinah.
top. Um, I have a couple things. Um, so we have our education and new members meeting coming up at 12, so in 10 minutes, if you want to um, stay for that. And then next week on Thursday, we have Tenora's healthcare meeting at 12, and we have not yet attached a town hall to that. So Tenora is self-sufficient and runs her own program. If you'd like to have a town hall at 11:30 before her meeting, we can. Um,
Hmm.
do you want to do that or no?
This is this coming when?
Next Thursday. So
A
all
week
of the
from
meetings
today,
are on Thursdays. So next Thursday,
right?
if you wanted to do a town hall, it would be 11:30 to 12. Um,
Um, I don't know that we need another town hall.
okay.
I'll tell you what, well, first I guess I should check and see. I'll stop my share. am I in fact free a week from today at this time?
Is that the day
Um,
you're unavailable, Sarah?
I've moved things around, so I will be in Colombia, adjusting to high altitude. As long as I don't have altitude sickness, I will be available. I think, um, it's summer. We're not getting a
sure.
ton of posts. We might not
Right,
need an extra meeting, but we can certainly have one if you want one.
right. I don't see a need right now, but if something comes
Okay.
up in the hub and you want to recruit me, I'm probably recruitable.
Okay.
Okay,
Um, okay. Um, and so right now we'll plan on not having one, and if something exciting happens, we can change that. Um,
great.
and then the other thing I wanted to talk about right now is Colombia. So I'm dropping a link in the chat to the website for the um, Colombia chapter.
Hmm.
Um, and um, if you want to check it out, or
I am
um,
checking it out right now. Now I remember
maybe
Humana's
maybe you can go
3D.
back to um, screen sharing.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, it's a very impressive website. Um, and I've been talking with Esteban. So I'm already planning on going to Bogota early um, next week. He had said that they would have a mobile clinic there,
Oh, how
and that's
great.
one of the things that they're known for. So I was going to go early to follow that. He just sent me a message yesterday saying that um, they're still looking for a location for their Bogota mobile clinic, and they might have to reschedule, which would be disappointing if that doesn't end up happening
Right.
um, while I'm there. The other possibility, since I'm going to be in the country, is so their headquarters and their staff are located in a different city that would require me an in-country flight for me
Hmm.
to visit. So I've been talking to Esteban about that possibility.
So
And
this would be a good moment, anticipating, for this town hall meeting to exercise its discretionary support for your travel and expenses to include this in your trip to Colombia. We're not paying for you to go to Colombia,
right,
but you're taking a side trip and are going to document
yeah,
what looks like a very powerful and long-lived Colombian chapter.
um, yes. So that's what I wanted to ask about. Their history is very impressive. And I have told Esteban that I would be, traveling there, not for sightseeing, but specifically to meet enable the enable chapter in
Yep.
Colombia, and that I, would hope to have a program of meeting staff, seeing facilities, and hopefully, best case scenario, seeing any recipients who might have
Right.
come in for fitting. And I want to make sure that if I go and fly out, I wouldn't be, Esteban wouldn't be meeting with me to give me a tour of an empty office because I could do
Understood.
that on Zoom. So, all together, I think, the paying for the in-country flight plus um, Ubers to and from the office, plus a few days at an Airbnb plus a few days of extending my travel insurance, um, that would be about $500. So I just I want to it would be great to have that approved with the caveat that I want, confirmation from Esteban before I add that to my trip that there would be some sort of a program. And I haven't I have gotten, I have he has told me that if I come there, he would be happy to show me around for a day, but I want more than that before I
Sold.
confirm. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Um, any discussion? I think it's great. I think your qualifications are exactly right. If you decide it's worth going, I am convinced it's worth $600 for you to get the big picture and to share it back with us in take videos, take pictures, give us a report, maybe write something about it. It's great
absolutely.
to be reminded that there's a happy and healthy enable chapter in Colombia that's actually delivered 531 hands, they say. So, all in favor of $600 if Sarah deems it appropriate to go? Okay, then, mission accomplished, Sarah.
Okay, great.
Great.
Thank you. Is there anything or anyone else in Colombia that you think I should be
Well, Adam will
looking
know,
out
and Adam
for?
will be able to tell you about the other
Great.
superhero in Colombia.
Adam who?
Adam Armfield, I believe is his name.
Okay.
He's
And
the
he,
person I remember and one of the original founders, and I see that he's still there.
okay.
So look at their on their website, they list their staff and their people, and so that will be a good reminder. Uh,
Okay.
and those may be other people to talk to besides
Okay.
Esteban, who I gather is
Yeah.
now the functioning front.
He's he's the leader and he's the only person I've been talking to. So,
Okay, well, ask about Adam and try to catch up with
okay.
him also, because he'll have the
Okay.
backstory.
Okay.
It's great.
Great.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it. So you
Um,
want to go to this education meeting? I
yes.
probably have a conflict. I'm going to try to change that conflict because I have an every other week Thursday event, but this is that week, and so maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Uh, Jonathan, was there anything you wanted to flag this week?
No, I just want to say I'm jealous that Sarah gets to go to Colombia.
Yeah, Jonathan, if you had an Enable appropriate trip you wanted to make that would benefit the Enable community, you should feel free to try to put together a boondoggle. I mean junket. I mean Enable expeditionary event. As you can
Yeah.
see, we're not talking about large amounts of money, and we are making sure it's genuinely useful.
Mhm.
So that's a genuine invitation. Okay, see you guys.
See you soon.
Thanks, everyone.